Hello again, Gills fans, and welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV again. It is that time of the week. We are previewing our weekend fixture. We travel to Blackburn. We're going to have a quick look back at Scunthorpe in the week, the thriller. Obviously, another little chat about Adrian Pennock departing Monday morning, and a quick look at the results from the midweek fixtures in Sky Bet League One. We'll do Scunthorpe quick. Obviously, we was there. We said at the time.
It's going to be a short one, Scunthorpe.
It was rubbish.
Yeah,
it was a really poor game. We're a poor side.
Defensively, it was okay. But...
Yeah, I mean, obviously the team was weird, and it was what 96 centre halves and 37 defensive midfielders or whatever it was. But we got a point, and we'd have taken a point if we'd been offered a point. I think so. Obviously, it was never going to be a thriller. The thing that we said that was surprising was how poor they were.
Yeah, expecting a lot more.
With obviously the attacking talents that they've got at their disposal, they didn't offer a threat. I mean, Holy, we said, made 2 decent saves second half with his feet, but I think we'd have been really disappointed if they'd gone in.
I think we've already equalled him now.
3 this season, matches 3 last season, yeah, so if we're looking for silver linings, then obviously it's a step in the right direction. That's all it is. Again, we've got to build on it, but unfortunately plenty of people.
After we've been battered the last 2 away games, if we don't get battered this week, it's a good result.
Yeah, we've gone from the sublime to ridiculous, haven't we? We got battered at Oxford, then went to Wimbledon and dug in a result with 10 men, then went and got bashed at Rochdale, and then we've dug in Tuesday night. That's not away, but you know what I mean. It's late. But yeah, it was a good point. I think if we'd been offered it to start with, we'd have taken it. Saturday's an altogether different test, I think, isn't it? I mean, we're not going to do a massive thing about that. We know
a couple of people on Twitter have said that it would be very Gills to go around and pick it up.
Well, yeah, because we've said for the last many months, 12, 18 months, we've got up for the big games against the so-called bigger sides. I mean, you only have to look at Aidy's reign last year. He started with away games. We lost at Oldham, who were bottom, and then we went to Sheffield United and Bradford and drew, didn't we? And then we beat Southend, who were playing well at the time. We beat Scunthorpe at home, all right. It was a poor performance, but we won the game. So, and then we was getting beat by teams that we should have. You'd think, oh, we can get something out of. So, but it's going to be hard in terms of key players and stuff. We're obviously going to pick 2. That's going to be Bradley Dack and Dominic Samuel. We know them both really well. They played together really well as well in tandem.
Dominic Samuel started very well.
Yeah, I think he's up to at least half a dozen. And Dacky scored his first goal for the club last weekend. There's a little bit on the back page. Dacky's threat all too clear. Peter Taylor talking about
it. At the same time, can't focus all 11 brains on him because they've still got 10 other players out there.
Yeah, you just mentioned that Ben Gladman's back.
And
they've got
Conway as well.
Peter Whittingham. They've got plenty of attacking players, so they're not shabby defensively.
Got a lead striker like Antonson. I think he plays.
Yeah, I think he scored in the week. We'll have a quick look at that in a minute. But yeah, so they're going to cause us problems. It's whether we can be resolute enough to see them out for 90 minutes. I'm not sure we can, but
no.
A bit about obviously the job applications. Taylor applications for Gills' job flooding in. So maybe we are a bit more of a proposition. Interesting stat though, not since Stan Ternant departed at the end of the club's stint in the Championship more than a decade ago as a manager, left Gills of his own accord. So, Taylor was managing the side for the 3rd time, but his assistant involvement with team affairs is bittersweet. I didn't enjoy Monday morning when Ady lost his job because I was director of football helping him as much as I could. He's a good man, I'm sorry it's happened. But it's done, we move on, we can't change it. We've all had our own opinions on it. There's a little bit inside. Your time is up is the headline. Obviously, a look back at Ady's turbulent, I suppose is probably a word, unsuccessful reign in charge, unfortunately. There's a bit about Bonds and Gala, J. Emmanuel Thomas, changing captains, Stuart Nelson, under 12 defending, and out with the old, obviously, the big players that we've lost since Adrian Pennock took over. Gone in 60 minutes, apparently the chairman couldn't even watch the whole of the Rochdale game, it was that poor. So Peter Taylor again speaking, saying that the players need to deliver, and Peter Taylor saying he was duty bound. I think we saw it coming months ago, didn't we? We said when they was both reported that
as soon as he came in, he's written the
wall. But I don't think he wants it on a full-time basis, which for me is a good thing. He's probably, we said on the match day live, he's been burnt a couple of times now, and he's 12 managers in 23 years under Paul Scally though. So how did Ady Pennock compare? Horrifically, without being rude.
I'm pretty sure he's at the bottom of that list.
Tony Pulis, win percentage 45. Peter Taylor the first time 54. Hesse 32. Stan Ternant 29. Neil Cooper 24. Ronnie Jepson 37. Mark Stimpson 32. Hesse again 40. That was in League 2.
Ronnie Jepson was as high as 37.
Yeah, that's what it says. He won 30 of 81 games. Martin Allen 44, Peter Taylor to take 2, 33, Justin Edinburgh 39, Adrian Pennock 17. Says all you need to know. So A little bit more about Tuesday night, encouraging signs for Jules. That's what we've said. That's all it is. It's not nothing we're going to, we're not going to start shooting out the table, but until we can prove that we can put a run together, which I think 95% of Jules fans said, we never looked like doing that under Pennock. I've not looked at the stats. I don't know what our longest run unbeaten. I think it was probably 2 or 3.
I think it was 2. Didn't we win at home?
Wasn't it
away at one point?
Southend? Well, beat Southend at home last season, then went to Bury and won, didn't we? But I don't know if there was a third game in. I think we won 3 out of 4 in that spell, but we then got bashed in between at Rochdale. So, but in terms of unbeaten runs, it was shocking, to be honest. We spoke about him on Matchday Live. I'm going to speak about him. Elliot Ellis was very good Tuesday night, considering he's not played for pretty much all season. But the flip side of that was more injuries. Luke O'Neill hamstring. I think I've seen Billy Bingham's been ruled out today.
Again.
Concussion for like a month. It's a bit worrying. Just another Aaron Morris, unfortunately. Version 2. So, but instead of just one big injury, he just keeps picking up niggles all the time. Obviously, Wagstaff's. Was there another one? Oh, Hesse was holding his quad or his thigh. Zach Hardy went down late, but I think he's okay. Lee Martin's back.
Nothing's been announced about him. We did tweet after the game, said hopefully he's okay. But I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, nothing from the club. They've not announced anything. They've announced they'll build a burger night again or something like that. But Lee Martin back from suspension. Labelled as a key player here. What have you made of him this season as captain?
I wasn't keen on the idea of him being captain of the first. He's not the most vocal of players.
I don't think he's been that good as a player, full stop.
No, I wouldn't class him as a key player.
No, at the moment he's not proving himself.
He's a squad player. He can do the job.
If at his best all the time, you'd probably say he's a key player based on his background.
The 3 games he's been out.
What we done? We've drawn one, drawn one, and lost one. So 4 points from 0. So yeah. Liss takes his big chance, we've already mentioned that. Peter Taylor was delighted to see youngster Elliot Liss take his chance on Tuesday. The pacey young forward was a surprise name in the Jules 11 to face Scunthorpe. It was his first start of the season. Yeah, apart from Southend, I think, in the Checkatrade Trophy, that's the first time we've seen him. So, very impressive. Gives us another option, gives us pace as well. We desperately need pace. And as much as it was, I said to you, didn't I, on Stocky on the Matchday Live, I almost thought that the Luke O'Neill injury done us a favour. Because we had to get Josh Parker on.
System, yeah,
and we had more pace than did we? We had List, Parker and Clare up front, and we gave him something to think about. All right, we didn't create a great deal.
You mentioned Clare's injury, which we think he got injured.
Oh, he was holding his ankle as well, so that could be another one. We could be down to, if you're travelling to Blackburn on Saturday, you might want to take a pair of football boots then maybe, but we'll go up there and see what team we can patch up and get together. Gills in brief, Nolan Bow at Kingstonian now, didn't know he changed teams. He left.
I think it was Hendon. Something
like that, wasn't getting a game, and he went to Kingstonian, come off the bench and scored 2 in the week when they won 2-1. Finn O'Mara doing really well at Folkestone.
He's impressive, isn't he?
He's staying another month, which is good. There's a bit about the Gills are continuing to build links with French side Lille. Representatives from the club, Patrick Robert and Emmanuel Delacroix, excuse my Del Boy-esque accent, visited Priestfield for the recent match against Charlton, so that seems to be. Gills have been allocated 520 tickets for Saturday's trip to Ewood Park. I think we see today we sold about 200.
I see there's 2 seats left on the coach, which says they're only sending out probably.
So again, it says,
2-3 coaches.
Tells you all you need to know about how we're playing, unfortunately. 4,002 in there Tuesday. I thought that was generous. Do you think they counted tickets that were sold but people didn't come in the ground?
A lot of people haven't hit it now on the head and they said that they count season ticket holders regardless.
Whether they turned up or not.
Yeah, so if there's 2,500 season ticket holders, that's going to be on the attendance every week regardless.
I thought there was about 3.5 in there. But and there's a little bit about Gillingham ladies suffered a home defeat to C&K Basildon last Thursday, went down 3-1. They've been a bit in and out this season, which is a bit surprising. They were really good last year. Tuesday's results, we'll just do them quickly. From Sky Bet League 1, Blackburn, who we played Saturday, beat Rotherham. We've said that Rotherham don't draw games, they win at home, they lose away generally. Blackpool 0, Rochdale 0. That sounds about as exciting as ours. Fleetwood conceded 7 in 2 games. Tuesday night they went to Bradford and won 3-0. Didn't see that coming at all. Bury beat Oxford 3-0. That's another surprise result for me. Doncaster 1, Shrewsbury 2. The Shrewsbury bandwagon just keeps rolling and rolling. They're 4 points clear now. They dropped 4 points all season. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Our thriller. MK Dons 0, Northampton 0. Another absolute worldie of a game. But Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank again. I think they've lost 1, haven't they, since he's making them hard to beat. Oldham 3, Peterborough 2. Another surprise result. Wouldn't have picked that beforehand. I think if you had a bet Tuesday night, Portsmouth 3, Bristol Rovers 0. Probably went with form. Portsmouth have been
The
generally...
Rovers are a bit up and down, aren't they?
Yeah, and Pompey have generally been decent at Fratton Park. What else we got? Southend beat Wimbledon 1-0. Just Wimbledon have been awful. But Southend now all of a sudden up into mid-table. I know Josh Wright got man of the match last week in the win at Fleetwood.
I think he comes second in the man of the match on Tuesday as well.
So he's having an impact up there. Walsall, Charlton 2-2. Probably not a bad result for either side. Walsall.
See the minutes of the goals there. I think Charlton thought they'd won it and Walsall went right down the other end from kick-off.
Did Oztuma score again?
I'm not sure.
Wouldn't be
No, I don't
surprised
think
if he did. And then
Yeah,
the last
I
one was Wigan 1, Plymouth 0. That went with form. Plymouth are rock bottom now. Conceded 7. Oldham have conceded 25. Flipping heck. But they've scored 15, whereas Gills have only conceded 14, but they've only scored 6. That tells you all you need to know, doesn't it? So, yeah, there's another look at our fixtures. Blackburn at home, away, sorry. Then next week we travel to Colchester in the Checker Trade. Portsmouth at home on the telly. Peterborough away. Wigan at home. Northampton at home. Nice. Right. I'm not going to do a team for Saturday because I don't even know who's going to be available.
Be fit,
They've said Wilkinson might make the bench, but otherwise it's going to be Cundall,
I don't see why he'd risk him.
Nash again, isn't it? I think that's going to be the three to pick from. Claire's struggling, and prediction.
I think we'll lose 1-0.
I'd say 2-0. They're a very good side.
Yeah.
There's defending at home and Scunthorpe, who are a decent side, but didn't actually play that well.
I know it's a negative to say, but if we go over and only lose 1-0, it might give the players a bit of action. We come to a big place here against a good team.
That's the thing. You just hope you can get a performance and that we're in the
Obviously,
game.
I'm not saying I want us to lose, but
No, of course, but
you get what I'm saying.
we're not stupid, and the fact that we're third bottom for a reason, and Blackburn have got a massive budget, a massive crowd. So unfortunately, no win predictions for us, but we're only going with form and what we've seen so far this season. But like Boz said, it could be very Gillsy if we go up there and hopefully can get ourselves up for a game against one of the so-called bigger sides and pinch something would be lovely. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, up the Gills.